Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to make something very unusual. Maybe some of you have never heard of it, but this is something that my mother used to make on very special occasions. So I didn't eat it too many times, but I kind of remembered how she did it. So I have here a winter melon, and winter melons are really huge. They can get to like 25 pounds, but I have a hard time finding a small one. I've looked for a long time, and then when I saw it in Chinatown, I bought it. So this particular winter melon is 5 pounds, and you want it about the size that you can fit in a bowl and in a pot. And I'll show you this because we're going to steam the whole thing. And so first of all, you see the winter melon has a lot of powdery stuff on it. So I'm going to kind of wash it off, and I just use a nylon scrubber, and it comes out very easily. And I don't know what this powder is, but all of them have this, so you have to kind of scrub it off a little bit. And it doesn't take long. You just kind of scrub this off real good. This is made usually for parties, and sometimes people will carve the outside, but I don't know how to carve it. I have a friend who does fancy carvings on the outside, and you'd have to do it like after you clean it. And this makes a really good presentation when you serve it to company. And you're really not going to eat the skin, so that's why I said you don't have to take it all off. Okay, now I've rinsed it, and I'm going to cut a cap off because you're going to cover it as you steam it. I'm not sure which knife will work the best. So I'm just going to take off about 1.5 inches, something like that. Let's see if the serrated knife is better. Yeah, I think so. It's not that difficult to cut, and it's hard to get it even. Okay, there's the inside. Now what you have to do is scoop out the inside. And the seeds don't really stick a lot to the side, so it's easy to come out. Okay, you see it's kind of easy to take out. So these are the ingredients that I need. This is dried lotus seeds, and it comes in a package like this. It's dried. The mushrooms, shiitake dried mushrooms you can get from Chinatown. And these are sliced, but you can get the whole ones too, but you have to soak both of them. But the sliced ones only take a little while. So what I did was I cut it up. These are the lotus seeds. You see they've kind of doubled in size. I've soaked it several hours. Now I'm going to saute the ingredients. So I put some oil, and then I have here some cut up belly pork. Swish this around. So you're just going to saute this until it turns color. Add now the diced chicken. Saute this a little bit. Now the ham goes in. Diced ham, any kind of ham. Just gonna mix it up a few minutes. Okay, the meats are done. Everything's cooked pretty much. And we're just gonna add the ginkgo nuts. They also call them white nuts. and the lotus seeds and the mushrooms. The shiitake mushrooms went in, and now I'm adding some button mushrooms, and I cut them up so they're not so big. So just stir this up real good, get it heated up, and now I'm adding some beef broth. You can make your own, or you can use the can or this type in the carton. Whichever way is fine. So this will make the soup. And now that's it. We're going to fill the squash next. And I have here this big pot. And I have a little rack underneath. And then I'm going to put the squash, and like I said, you have to have it in a bowl, otherwise the squash might collapse after cooking for 3 hours. So I'm going to put this in here first on the rack, and then I'm going to fill it up. I'm not sure if it'll all go in, but we'll see. That's why I cut the cap kind of low, because I wanted as much filling to go in the squash cavity. And you see how thick it is. It's about 1 inch all around. So when it cooks for 3 hours, the squash will be very soft, and then you can just scoop everything out. Okay. It's a little bit more. I don't think we can fit it all in, but that's okay. I can cook it separate. Now I'm going to pour the broth in. As much as I can. Oh, I filled it all up with the soup and all the vegetables and meat, and I'm putting the cap on. And like I said, it's very hard to cut it straight. It's a little uneven, but it's okay. So I'm just going to cover it up. Now I'm adding water into the pot, not in the squash. And you have to check the water level every so often, otherwise your pot will burn up. Now, if you have to go somewhere and you only cook it for an hour or so, you can come back and redo it. Or if you cook it for 3 hours, but you're not eating it right now, you're going to eat it this evening, it's okay. It can still stay like this because the squash will keep its shape. It'll be a little soft, but when you come home, then it's ready to eat. I probably won't eat this for 5 or 6 hours, okay? So now we're covering it up, and we're going to put it on the stove, bring the water to a boil, and simmer it for 3 hours, okay? We'll see you then. And today, again, we have our official taste tester, Austin.
Hi, guys.
So I've had this on the stove for the last 3 hours. So I'm gonna take it out.
What is this?
So here it is, and I have my handy bowl grabber, because when it's hot, you can't get in there. So I'm gonna put this on the plate, and there you go. So, what is this, Austin?
I don't know what it is. Look.
You've not seen it before. You saw it when it was raw. It's a winter melon.
Oh.
And it was all covered with the powder, and I rubbed it off. And then I scooped out the center.
Oh.
And then I made a filling.
That looks...
This is Chinese style. And this really brings back memories, because this is how it's served.
So you cook it inside the big
Yeah,
pan?
I cooked it in a, it's supposed to be steaming it, but you see, it's so soft now. If I just put it on and try to take it out, it would go all over the place. This way, it keeps it like this. And a lot of the juices, of course, leaked out of the melon. So inside, you see all the delicious meat. What I did was, I cooked first. There's 3 kinds of meats. There's
Okay.
ham, chicken,
Chicken.
and belly pork.
Belly pork. Okay.
And then the Chinese things are the lotus seeds,
Those are good.
ginkgo nuts, shiitake dried mushrooms, and also button mushrooms from the can that I've cut in half.
Okay.
And then there's chicken stock, or you can use beef stock. I'm going to serve you some. So when you
Okay.
do this, you put some of the filling and the soup base, and then you scrape out the squash. So you have squash and the veggies. This is a very special recipe. I think I've only made it 1 or 2 times. So,
It looks.
but it's the taste is pretty good. Okay, I'll get myself a little bit here.
Okay.
And you see, that's why you need a container to hold it, because
Kind of
otherwise,
captures all the juice, all
Yeah.
the flavors.
yeah. And everything is super soft after cooking for 3 hours. Okay? Now we'll taste it and see how you like it. These are things that you're probably not familiar with, but
Some of them I am, but others I'm
Yeah.
not too familiar
Yeah.
with.
I like this. I think it's
It's really good.
really good, very delicious.
I like
And-
the way the what is it? A winter melon?
Winter melon. And
Really?
winter melons, they can get as big as 25 pounds.
Oh.
And when you buy it in the Chinese stores, they only cut a portion of it because it's so big. But I've been looking for a squash this size for a long time. And then finally, a few weeks ago, I found it. So I bought it. And I
It's really
decided
good.
to make this. Yeah. So it's very easy actually to make. It's just that it takes a long time to steam. But this brings back a lot of memories. And I don't even know if you can get this in a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. If probably a special order if you go to an expensive Chinese restaurant, you can get it. So
All the flavors are like just bursting. They're really good.
and everything just melts in your mouth. The meat, all the veggies, and there's not a strong taste. You think, oh, Chinese herbs and vegetables, but it's not strong tasting at all. I think everybody will like this. Easy to digest, good for elderly, for people who are kind of sick. This is a good soup to have. So this is the winter melon. So try it, folks, sometimes. I'm sure you'll like it. This is one of my favorites. I haven't had this in years. So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button.
Make sure to click the bell notification to be notified for videos like this, winter melon, because it's very delicious and she's always coming up with the best recipes.
Thank you for coming, Austin.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for always having me.
So mahalo for watching, and don't forget to try this.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, make sure to comment and leave a like down below. Make sure to comment and subscribe because I messed up. Make sure to comment and subscribe because Hawaii's Pickle Lady always has the best dishes coming next. And don't forget to push the bell. And make sure to ring the bell because she makes awesome. Ah, man. I'm too hot right now. I think I'm nervous. And make sure to click that bell because you'll be notified to get good recipes like this winter melon. Make sure to click the bell notification to be notified for videos like this with
Just you say it, Grab. Here, copy me. Don't forget.
Make sure to click the bell to get notified for new recipes like this winter watermelon right here. Make sure to click the bell notification to be notified for videos like this delicious water.
Winter.
Winter melon.